Assalamualaikum, Kiran. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so good. So, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Hafsa Haseed for everyone. I am the brand manager here at Masrat Mispa Makeup, and we are so excited to have this fantastic guest all the way from Australia to discuss Liptember with us, which is an activity where we are spreading awareness for women's mental health. The idea is to put on a bright, beautiful lip color, do something fantastic for yourself, and let's talk about some of the key issues that we have as women, as entrepreneurs, as mums, and things that weigh down on our minds and our soul. And without further ado, I'm going to pass it on to Kiran to do a quick introduction. And again, we're so happy to have her.
Thank you so much, Hafsa. I'm actually very excited to be here and especially to be talking about this very important topic that is mostly overlooked and
Yeah.
not discussed enough as well, especially in our society.
Mhm.
Um, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a professional makeup artist and have been for the past 11 years. I had been working in Pakistan, but then recently moved to Australia, where I am still working here as well. Um, So let's quickly jump into the topic that actually before we get into the main topics, I was just discussing with Hassa that when I was going through postpartum, I was going through a very difficult time because firstly, it was around COVID when I got pregnant. The entire journey was very difficult as well because every time I used to go for my scans, nobody was allowed inside, not even my husband. So it was for a first time mom when you're even going for an ultrasound scan. You're so scared, you don't know what to expect. And quite frankly, you're so confused. What are you even looking at? You don't
Yeah.
know. So
True.
it was just very overwhelming. And besides that, the delivery process, the whole postpartum process was especially difficult for me because I got COVID the day after my C-section.
Wow.
So for the entire month, I was actually trapped in my bedroom
Hmm.
because I had COVID, my husband had COVID, and my mom had COVID, and we were all locked in one house.
Wow.
So there was nobody to help offer to me as well,
Hmm.
especially regarding breastfeeding, which is such it is a very difficult process and you need help. And
Yes.
honestly, now that I think about it, I didn't even know how to ask help. At that time, I felt so overwhelmed. I didn't know how to ask help because the only person I could ask for was my mom, and she was not well.
She was, yeah.
And, and now that I think about it, like, why didn't I contact a lactation specialist or a consultant? At that time, you didn't even think that you had such options, but you actually do. And I would highly recommend pregnant women to have your
Mhm.
lactation classes while you
Yes.
are pregnant, at
Yes.
least in your seventh month, so that you can start to prepare your body for breastfeeding, which I did not
Mhm.
do. I did not have the information for that.
Mhm.
Even though I read everything online, but there are certain information that a lactation consultant tells you that your regular books or information may not tell you. So, a lactation consultant is very important as well. Once in your pregnancy and once right after your baby is born. So that
Yeah.
because you have expectations of what's going to happen, but the real life experience is far different than what it is.
Mhm.
So once you have your baby, sometimes you have problems with the baby latching on. So that's when a lactation like consultant helps you. So I
Yeah.
feel that's really important to keep in mind as well.
And do you feel like because postpartum depression is also जैसे हम women's mental health के बारे में बात करते हैं it's such a big topic, right? And then हमारे पास postpartum depression होता है, which is also something unfortunately जो पाकिस्तान में recognize भी बहुत कम है. And there's you said it, by the way, you said it. I don't know how to ask for help. A lot of women
Yeah,
know that they can ask for help and how to ask for help without that stigma and judgment. And I think
that too. And
hospital.
also during that time, you're so confused and overwhelmed with everything that your brain stops working. You don't even, you actually forget that you can ask for help. I mean,
Yes.
even at the hospital, I could have asked for help, and they
Mhm.
actually did send me
Mhm.
somebody. They sent me a nurse because I was having trouble with lactation with latching as well, in my visit as well, and I had help there as well. But once I'm home, I had no help, and I was still
Yeah,
having trouble.
yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you need, it's okay to ask for help. The help is always there. Sometimes we forget, sometimes we
Mhm,
don't have the proper information. And
mhm,
it's important to know that there is all kinds of help. And if you cannot get a lactation consultant, but I highly recommend that you do, and you ask your friends who've just had a baby, or who've had a baby before, your cousins, your sister, your mother. Sometimes I feel some women are also uncomfortable talking about such things with their mothers. So
yeah.
at that point you can talk to your sister if she's married or she's had a baby. If you cannot talk to your sister, talk to your friends. Sometimes it's easier to talk to a friend than to a family member, your cousin, whoever is available, you know that you can share freely, without any judgment. I don't think if you ever go to your friend and ask for help, they'll ever say no. If they're a
And I
good friend, they'll always be
really
there.
good friend, they'll do it. And I think
Yeah.
जो आपने अभी यहाँ एक point बोला है कि we're talking about postpartum depression as part of women's mental health. Um, Asking for help is one thing, or what advice will you give to the person जो solution दे रहा है? Because
Hmm.
how people respond can
Hmm.
either help you or break you further. So
Hmm.
what would be your advice to those friends, bhen, bhabhiyan, sisters, and just your confidant? How should they approach somebody that is having concerns?
So, firstly, I feel like before instantly jumping to a solution, just let them vent it out. Let them speak it out. Let them say whatever they want, and you just listen quietly. Because
Yeah.
sometimes I feel when we as women went to somebody, we don't want a solution. We just want somebody to say, listen, it's okay,
Hmm.
you can figure it out, you can do it, it's okay. And if you cannot do it alone, we can figure it out together. Let's sit down and come up with a solution. With the once you have the conversation with that individual, with that woman, you'll act from that conversation. You can judge if she's actually seeking for advice or is she actually venting. Because
Yeah.
sometimes when we're venting, we don't want a solution, we know what to do, we just feel so overwhelmed. We want somebody to say, listen, you got this, you can do it, like we just want like somebody to build our confidence.
Just
So I feel it
validate.
depends on
Just
person to
validate.
person. Yeah, just
And
validate them and listen to them quietly, and then see if they're open for suggestions or not.
I think that's beautiful. Without judgment, without feeding the stigma. आप सिर्फ उनकी बात सुन लें.
Hmm.
Kiran, you have in Karachi, your brides. By the way, this red lipstick is dedicated to you because one of your signature bridal looks was always this bride with the maroon and gold classic Bharat look with those glitter eyes. The most
I loved doing them.
that liner, oh, mashallah, your liner skills, but your velvet red lipsticks, the one with the dimension, is what I've
Oh,
met. ये lipstick पहन के आई हूँ and
they look so
going
beautiful on you.
thank you, thank you. So going back to time as a makeup artist, and वो भी इतना stressful time होता है, and it causes so much
Hmm.
anxiety for बच्चियाँ and
Hmm.
women and the younger girls getting married. And I'm also a makeup artist, so बहुत ऐसी चीजें जो हमारी clients हमें बताती हैं that we're like, okay, let's deep breaths, let's calm the anxiety down. And बहुत सारी बच्चियाँ ऐसी जिसके they actually do have anxiety as part of something that they struggle with from college, and then now then this shadi is a stressful environment. So
That's what I
in
was just about to say. That wedding itself is so stressful. Even with like a regular simple task, you feel so overwhelmed because there is a huge list of things to do to manage. And and with our Desi weddings, like it's not just one function. We have like a week long of events, So
yeah.
every event, every function, every look needs to be decided, and so it's a lot of mental stress for a bride.
Mhm.
And I remember when brides used to come to me, the number one issue that I felt was they were always unhappy with their dress. Not
Yeah.
always, but like majority, if their in-laws had sent it without
Mhm.
asking them.
Yeah.
There was another, I mean, it's another point if your in-laws are sending it, but you're taking the bride's opinion, then obviously the brides are
Mhm.
happy.
Of course.
But if the in-laws are sending their buddy, their reception jewelry, um,
Mhm.
dress, whatever, all the things, I think as a bride, it's their big day. their opinion matters. They are the one who have to wear it. They are the one who, it's their day. They need to feel confident and happy on their big day. So I
Yeah.
feel as families, we should really, I mean, even if you're on a budget, you can still ask you the bride's opinions. It doesn't have to be lavish or extraordinary, out of your budget. Whatever is your budget, there are a lot of options now available. It doesn't always have to be a designer. There's so many markets now that are doing a fabulous job at,
That
actually.
is true. That is
And
true.
just
And
at
I
the
think
end of the day, it's
financial
about women's consent as
yeah.
well.
Huh.
That is, you have to ask them. You have to ask what they want to do, or if they're comfortable or not.
And I think as a makeup artist, I'm sure you've been in many situations where you've had to talk a bride down from that anxiety. ना कि बहुत सारी
Definitely.
how do you approach that as a professional makeup artist कि मैं because एक तरीका होता है लोगों से just to calm them down. So what has been your experience कि how to calm somebody down so that mental load उनका थोड़ा सा हल्का हो जाए?
So I feel like when, in my studio, when a bride used to walk in, just the way she would walk in and sit, and the look on her face, I could tell if she's nervous or if she's tired. And
Mhm.
sometimes tiredness really changes your mood and your demeanor,
Yeah.
and that really shows on your face and your makeup that you're actually very tired on your actual wedding day. And I had a lot of Bharat brides, and the main issue on Bharat Day was either that the event setup is not going well, or the flowers are at the wrong place.
Yeah. Oh
But
my God.
obviously, on the Bharat Day, it's more about emotions of saying bye to your family, and that heaviness you have on your shoulders, on your in your heart, that you're gonna be Ruksati today, and you're gonna leave your home. That's on the Bharat Day. That's the main vibe in the
Right.
studio. So my first thing was to avoid any emotional songs. I had a playlist
Nice.
specifically, where I did not have any sort of sad emotional song. It would always be like shadi or English based songs, so that they
Mhm.
don't feel so. Ek to you feel like you're gonna cry, and then you hear like Kabira, and you're gonna cry more.
I get upset.
So that was the first thing, and then obviously just literally like just asking them, like, are you okay? Do you need any help? Do you want water? Do you want to eat something? And I
Nice.
remember, I did not used to do it earlier on, but in the last 5 years in Karachi, when in December, we have morning like events as well, right? So the brides used to come to my studio some between 9 to 10 a.m. if they
Right.
wanted to get ready by 1 p.m., which was they had a 4 hour time slot. And it was not just one bride, like three people had to be ready by one. So
Mhm.
we always made sure that there was food present at the studio for brides, because a lot of brides show up empty stomach. They do not eat
Right.
anything, and that makes them more sick. So what I started to do was I started offering like sort of high tea sort of a thing for them.
Mhm.
So something light like sandwiches, coffee, tea, different assortment of sandwiches. Sometimes we would have pastries or like patties, or like finger foods, that even if they
Nice.
have their makeup on, or not, just if, and I would say, if listen, if you want to eat, I can do the rest of your makeup, I can leave your lipstick, you go outside, chill for a bit, eat your food, have some water, have some tea, whatever, or coffee, खा लो, उसके बाद come back to me, I'll put on your lipstick, and then we'll get you ready for your dupatta and your final. And I felt, by introducing that, it made my bride so much easy, because once they were done, they would just be waiting and getting more anxious, more anxiety, like, okay, now ab ye reh gaya hai, ab main kab tak ready hoongi, but with like, when you're fed, you're more calmer as well. So I feel like that really helped as well, like giving food, offering food, juice, or
Food is a love
anything.
language, right? Food is also a
It
love language.
is. It is, and as brides, we kind of do neglect on, like, like मेरा
Mhm.
दिल नहीं चाह रहा, so, and honestly, like सुबह सुबह उठ के 9 बजे अगर आपको पार्लर में
Yeah,
जाना है, तो 8 बजे उठ के कौन नाश्ता करेगा?
that's true. Like
हमारी तो आदत ही नहीं है. We
self-care
wake
is
up
out
at,
the window.
yeah. So I felt by just doing that, that actually had a very nice environment in the studio because everybody was well fed. Everybody, if not eating, at least they're having tea or coffee. You know, कि कुछ तो जा रहा है. चलो कुछ नहीं. And I always used to say, listen, tea coffee नहीं पीनी, juice जरूर पियो, because your blood sugar will drop and then you'll feel dizzy, and with the heavy joda, the heavy jewelry, the lights, you're gonna feel so overwhelmed. You need your blood sugar up. You need to eat something. So I always used to have some sort of food at the studio, especially during the winter season, when when they had an early start. The event is
Right.
at night, or whatever, and events go so long with the rasams and everything, the photo shoot. So besides that, I felt that helped, and obviously like asking them and like distracting them, like, okay, so
Yeah.
like well, how was your wedding prep? How did you do? I really, and like at one point I made it a point that I am purposely going to compliment a bride on something about her,
Hmm.
either her jewelry, either her clothes, or either, like, oh my god, you have such beautiful eyes. Oh my god, मुझे मजा आ रहा है आप पे eye makeup करते हुए. Like, your skin is so good, mashallah. Like, the base is looking so good. I would give
Hmm.
compliments like that, and the smile, the like, that let go of, like, wow, really, like that excitement they would feel. I would, I made it a point. I said it to every single bride of mine.
So you would
And if
lighten their
somebody,
spirit.
of course, that, and like that was basically like one layer is down. Okay, so how can we like let go of the other layer? So by layer, if they're getting their hair done, I'm saying, wow, this is looking so nice on you.
So I
Hmm.
want to talk about, we've spoken about how हमेशा हम अब लोगों को help कर रहे हैं as makeup artists and professionals. Part of women's mental health, the one major issue, and I feel like every time हम इस बारे में बात करते हैं, people look at us funny, but like हमारा जो burnout है ना,
Hmm.
it's real. As mothers, as women, as entrepreneurs, that burnout is
Definitely.
true. And हम लोग अपने आप को, I think, उस जगह तक ले आते हैं, proving कि हम सब कुछ कर पा रहे हैं, कर पा रहे हैं, कर पा रहे हैं, कर पा रहे हैं. Then there's the burnout, and then there is the irritation, then there's the distress कि ये हम कहाँ तक पहुँच गए.
Hmm.
And I feel like personally for me, I am so bad at identifying कि मेरा burnout आने वाला है. जब बर्नआउट हो जाता है और जब मैं 2 दिन उसके अंदर रहती हूँ, आई एम लाइक, ओह! मैं यहाँ पहुँच गई हूँ. So even with me, I'm trying to identify that better. And Kiran, tell me, has there ever been a time where you feel कि either you or someone has identified to you कि you're going towards that burnout? और आप वहाँ जब अगर if you have reached there, what was any resource that you use that kind of helped you come out of it or learn from it? Because end of the day, resources लोगों के पास नहीं हैं, and जिन लोगों के पास हैं, I think it's a privilege, to be honest, if it's a sister, a mother, or a confidant. But tell me, as a mother, how do you deal with that burnout and that stress?
To be honest, as a mother, I still need my mother to this day to help identify when I'm having a burnout. Because when I was working, and as a first time, as a after like joining work after giving birth, I remember the first. I gave birth in July, and then I joined in September. So, like the first season of December, you know how it is. December is the busiest time of our lives. December, Jan, actually till Feb. This time now, the weddings extend till Feb.
Mhm.
So I remember after the mid of Jan was when I was burning out, because I used to, again, if brides are showing up at 9 a.m. at my studio, I
Yeah.
have to be in the studio by, or ready to to be with my brides by 8:30. So
Yeah.
that means I had to attend to my son, feed him, whatever, wake him up if he's sleeping, whatever. So my mom actually really helped me with that. And I remember when I was going through it, you have your routine, and once you are done with your work, you come home to your child. Ek to firstly, your mom guilt never goes away. And secondly, I remember there was a time when my mom actually came up to me and said, listen, I can tell by your face that you're about to break down, and And at that point, I started crying just by her saying it because I was so overwhelmed, and I did not even identify it myself that yes, I'm about to like break down, and I'm, like I'm overworking myself. And she said, I know you just came like from your work, but I think you want to spend time with your son. But I think just give yourself another hour, go to the salon, get a massage, come back. Your son will be waiting for you. I will be waiting for you, and we'll eat dinner together. She forcefully sent me. Didn't even know that I'll get an appointment. I just showed up at the salon. Thankfully, they took me in, and I came back more refreshed, more relaxed, ready to give more to my son.
Yeah.
अगर मैं if my glass is empty, I cannot pour from an empty glass and give it to my son. But if I'm fulfilled, if I'm happy, I can be a better mother if I take care of my mental health, if I take care of myself, if I go to the gym, if that's your, let if that's your way to, let go of stress, or if you like going to the salon for spa, do that. Or if you like going to the movies, if you like hanging out with friends. And I remember my mom was still is my biggest supporter, that even when I used to come from work, spend time with him. And at that point I was like, no matter how tired I am, after work I will be the one who was going to feed my son. So obviously at that point he had started solids, and also I used to feed him, put him to bed. And by 6 months, I had prepared his bedtime by 9 p.m. So by 8 p.m. I would give him a shower, a massage, get him ready for bed, put him to sleep. By 9 p.m. I was free to do whatever I wanted to do. So once I had that routine, my mom would be like, now that he's sleeping, either you go out with your friends, or you uh, be in your room. Just give your son to me, take a little time. Once I feel I'm tired, I'll give him to you. So what I would do was, I would then call my sister up and ask her if she's available to go for shisha, and we would go out for an hour, have like our shisha time, and then I would come back. Son was still sleeping, mom was taking care of him. I would then take him to my room, and then, like, let my mom rest, obviously. So I can never thank her enough for the countless times that she helped me raise my son while I was working, because it's not easy to raise a child as a working mom. And by the way,
Yes.
I need to tell you, if anyone asks, like, why my husband did
I
not
was
live in
about to tell
Pakistan.
everyone that her husband was not in town.
Not
She
in.
left because he was there, had a
Yeah, he
fantastic
was.
success setting up the life. मैं कहने वाली थी कि मैं लोगों को बता दूं कि इसका मियाँ किधर है.
हाँ. So
But
I
मियाँ
had
was
to basically do it alone,
miyaँ
and
है,
my
इसका
mom was my
husband.
biggest supporter. And like my husband was in Australia and I was in Pakistan. Obviously, there's in technicalities you have to go through this. So he was setting it all up for us so that
Yeah.
everything is done and ready here before we could come.
Yes.
So it was difficult for him as well. I mean, who would want to leave their newborn
Yeah.
child? Or he wasn't actually a newborn; he was 6 months. But then, 6 months is the age where your child actually interacts with you, plays with
Mhm.
you, and starts babbling a little bit. So it's that fun stage.
और ये भी
So
आसान है कोविड के बाद
no,
travel and knowing that eventually आप लोग साथ होंगे. I can't imagine the mental pressure that was also. And mashallah से
yeah,
mom was such a fantastic support to you. And while
definitely.
वो तुम्हें support कर रही है और तुम अपने brides को support कर रही हो, like that energy
It's
will
a
transfer.
chain, obviously. And I remember, I'm actually gonna say it like out loud, that on days where I was frustrated and not mentally okay, it would show in my work. Like I would show up cranky, I would show up irritated, and most of the times, it was I would just not want to have a conversation even with my bride, because I was not mentally okay. At the end of the day, I am human too. I understand that as my job, I'm required to show up at my at my
Yes.
best, at my 10. But as a human, you cannot show up on a number 10 every single day. We are humans. There is a burnout, and the burden of the bride, it takes a toll on you as well. Seeing somebody cry, do you think that's, oh, we're heartless, that we don't feel sad or we don't cry with them? I remember I cried with a bride because her story was so disheartening
Okay.
that, like, we hugged each other and I said, listen, even after you get married, if there is any sort of issue, if there's anything, you can always reach out to me on my, like, my personal DM, and you can always reach out to me. If and she actually did a couple months later, telling me that I'm feeling much better, everything is okay, and like, so I mean, that kind of made it like a whole full circle, because from time to time I would think, I don't know if she's okay, and like, sometimes you don't want to intrude also in somebody's personal matters, as long as they don't come up to you. You can't just go and, like, listen, like, are you, like, what's happening with you, are you okay? शादी वाले दिन तो सब overwhelm होते हैं, share कर लेते हैं आपके साथ, but
Mhm.
actual में later on it doesn't make sense to interfere in somebody's personal
And I
life
think it's
as long as
important
they
that
come to you.
when they come to you asking for help and assistance, then I think as
Hmm.
long as you're offering it to them. Okay,
Hmm.
I think we've touched upon such fantastic topics, and I'm so happy to have
Hmm.
had. And ये इंशाल्लाह हम हर साल करेंगे by the मैं आपको हर साल तंग
Done.
करूंगी
No,
ये
no, I love talking about this, and I feel it needs to be talked about more, the stigma of it. And sometimes I feel it's not. Sometimes for some people, it's not even the stigma. It's like they don't know. They don't have the information. They don't know they can actually talk about this topic
Mhm.
openly with a friend or with somebody. They don't know कि हाँ हम ये भी बात करें, because हमारी सोसाइटी में टैबू हर चीज इतनी हो जाती है ना. पोस्टमार्टम क्या होता है, वी कांट इवन टॉक अबाउट
Yes.
मेंस्ट्रुएशन, वी कांट इवन टॉक अबाउट ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग ओपनली. ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग भी अपने घर में भी नहीं कर सकते, कमरे में उसमें बैठ के करो, वो करो, कोई आ जाएगा, ये छुपाओ, वो छुपाओ,
Yeah.
हजार चीजें होती है. यू हैव टू हाइड अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. सो as women we need to be our strongest supporters of other women. We definitely should not judge other women, especially agar if somebody is like, if you're the in-laws,
Mhm.
and like, your your bhabhi or your daughter-in-law is at your house, make sure that they feel seen and that they feel supported, not that they're judged ke, oh, ye to yahan pe ये कर रही है, breastfeed कर रही है, वो कर रही है. You should make the space that, listen, like, she doesn't want to meet anybody right now, she's resting with the baby. If somebody is coming to meet them, ask the mother, are you okay, are you ready to meet somebody,
Yes.
or do you want to rest a couple days more before we call guests over? Because, and I swear to you, yesterday only I read a post on this Australian Pakistani, like, Australian
Mhm.
group that I'm a part of, that she said that I had a C-section, and there were some friends who came over. They asked my husband to come over to meet the baby. My
Mhm.
husband did not ask me, and then, as a courtesy, I asked them that, like, should I make tea for you or whatever, and they said, yes, if you're making it, then make it for us also. So a C-section mother who is 3 days postpartum, you're asking her to make tea for you and serve you. Like, do you think that that is okay or that is normal? Because if you at any point think that that's okay, I think there's something wrong with you. Honestly,
Absolutely.
it is.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. ये हम आप लोगों के ऊपर डाल रहे हैं because it is not normal. आप
No,
लोग
it's
आए
not.
for help. हम लोग किरण जहाँ रह रही है जहाँ मैं रह रही हूँ we don't have the luxuries of Pakistan जहाँ आप किसी को बोल दें we are looking for people to say कि बैठ जाओ we will help with the baby we will do
Yes,
your
for sure.
this is what
I'm
people
missing
are
my mom so much ever since coming here, because I have to do everything myself. And
yes.
now that my child is older, like, he's in his toddler age, it's even more like engaging. Like, I have to keep up my energy with
Mhm.
him. So I cannot be
Yes.
like, बस मैं लेटी हुई हूँ, बैठी हूँ. With a baby तो चलो लिटा दिया, सुला दिया, वो उसकी अलग struggle है. मैं ये नहीं कह रही कि ये, some people will come at me कि ये वाली stage है. I'm not shaming any mother.
Every
Every
stage is
stage has its own challenges. So, and I feel, with this same topic, I feel like women need to take care of their health as well. And the pressures of trying to lose weight right after giving birth, like, ये कब वो होगा भाई, एक साल तो रिकवरी में ही लग जाता है. even
बिल्कुल
even if you're with a normal delivery, like with a VBAC, like, even then I feel like एक दो महीने को तो आप काउंट ही नहीं करें. जब 60 days हो गए तो मतलब आप समझ रहे हैं कि,
yeah
like, शी इज गोना बी वॉकिंग अराउंड.
snap
नो,
back
Your
No, no.
body changes completely. Your internals are not they don't even take that much time to come to their regular spot. सारे मुश्तक
Exactly.
होते हैं, सोचें वो internal organs नीचे आने में time उठने में everything changes. And then I had such bad body image issues, like even though I had gained so much weight, but like I hated myself looking in the mirror. I stopped dressing up because मैं जो पहनती थी वो बुरा लगता था मुझे. मुझे लगता था कि I don't know why I wear, like, you know, I try to dress up because everything looks bad at me, on me.
Mm-hmm.
And when I would try to shop, there was nothing available on my site. एक तो पाकिस्तान में ये भी मसला है कि वो बड़े साइजेस को तो cater ही नहीं करते, और एक्सेल के नाम पे मीडियम को दे सेल. So what is the point? You know, so
True.
I felt so out of place. And
By
I
the way,
remember
this
I specifically
perpetuates
went.
eating disorders. This perpetuates our body image issues shopping in
It does,
Pakistan.
because you're like, oh my god, मैं तो एक्सेल में भी नहीं आ रही, बट के वो एक्चुअल में मीडियम होता है. यू नो,
Yes,
तो
yes,
आपको और वो होता है, आपके और कॉम्प्लेक्स में आप आ जाते हो. एंड आई
yes.
रिमेम्बर आई वेंट टू अ स्टोर, आई एम नॉट गोना नेम द स्टोर, बट आई रिमेम्बर
Mm-hmm.
बिकॉज ईद आने वाली थी. पहली
Mm-hmm.
ईद थी, तो उसमें भी फिर एक्सपेक्टेशन होती है ना कि भाई
Yeah,
बेबी के बाद
yeah.
पहली ईद है, तो आप सच संवर के रहे एंड सब बेबी को देखेंगे एंड ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला. I went to the store to buy. I could not fit into anything, and I specifically, and I liked one dress. It was the same color as this. I liked one dress. I wore it and I looked so bad because it was so tight. And I specifically took pictures to remind myself that one day when I'm healthy enough to take care of my body, I'm gonna take this as an inspiration. Compare that I was this, and I whatever effort, चाहे मैं 1 किलो कम करूँ या 5 किलो करूँ या 10 करूँ, it doesn't matter, as long as the mentality of me that I need to take care of my body to stay fit, not to stay
Yes,
thin, to stay
yes.
fit for so I can better attend my child. I'm gonna look back at this as my inspiration that I was this and I really need to, you know, work on myself. I'm not saying you do this 2 3 months after it. Give yourself, as some women bounce quicker, but that 90% of them don't.
Yeah,
90% of them don't. So ये नहीं बोलेगा कि वो तो हो गई थी तो तुम क्यों नहीं हो रही. एक तो कंपेयर भी होता है ना हर खानदान में.
yes, yeah. The worst is
So
the
don't.
comparison.
Yes. So give them time. If they want to take a year just to understand their bodies, give them a
Mhm.
year. If they want to take more than that, and साथ में body image issues in you, to just be a helping hand. And if you
Yeah.
want, and ऊपर से when you're breastfeeding, you can't even diet because you need to keep up your food intake to, you know.
Mm-hmm.
तो ये भी
Mm-hmm.
स्टिग्मा होता है कि ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग भी करो, फिर वेट भी लूज करो, फिर डाइटिंग भी करो. हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल? It's just,
How?
as women we have so much mental stress, you know, like on our heads, that we sometimes we feel this is okay. It's not okay, it's not normal. There's so much expected out of us.
That's so true. There's so much expected out of us. All we can do is kind of be a resource and a lending help in a mind कि मैं आपकी tension को थोड़ा दूर कर लूँ, because I'm
Hmm.
not a profession. I'm not a therapist, and we're both makeup artists, martialists, and I think we are technically
Hmm.
kind of therapists to our clients. So we try our best. But Kiran Janu, thank you so much again for taking
No
out the
worries.
time and having this conversation with me. Inshallah, next year we
I
will do
had
this
such a
again.
fun time talking about this, because a lot of things were from my personal experience as well, that I'm feeling so good sharing about it finally with someone, you know. And it's not like I couldn't share it before, but the topic was never brought up, right? You brought it
Yes.
up with me, and then I started remember, like last night I told you, you know, just tell me what I need to
Mhm.
think. And like, what do I need to think about? I can just talk about my experience. I've been through all of this, and that's what I'm doing. I'm talking about my experience, what I went through. You know, I still haven't. Every time I think about my postpartum period, I start to cry because I have not healed from the trauma. I've not healed how when I look back at my videos and the pictures that I used to take, you know, I was like, I'm in awe of my strength as a woman. How did I even do it? How did I do it? It was just अल्लाह ताला ने औरतों को बहुत ताकतवर बनाया है. और जब आप बहुत मुश्किल वक्त में होते हो ना, तब आपकी पेशेंस टेस्ट होती है और आपकी स्ट्रेंथ टेस्ट होती है कि we are actually more powerful than we give ourselves credit for. I know
Yes.
it's very easy that other people say that we are the weaker sex, but that's not what they're meant what they mean when they say weaker. We mean that women have an emotional side that a lot of men don't. That's why we feel so much. हमारा हर किसी के लिए दिल दुखता है. हम we are more empathetic to other people. Like, you know, where if you're gonna listen to a sad story about someone, we'll feel sad to them. So
I
we're more like we're empaths.
Yes, I will break down for somebody else's story.
या ऑफ कोर्स व्हाई नॉट. तभी तो कहते हैं कि हम दिल हमारा नरम है और होना भी चाहिए. एज मुस्लिम्स our heart should not be of stone. It should be soft so that we feel the pain for others. You know, just like now, like it's like, for example, I don't know if we should bring this topic, but like with Gaza and all
Yes,
the videos of the children and the mothers, and don't you think उनकी तो हम imagine भी नहीं कर सकते कि what they're going through, but just watching those takes a toll on your mental health as well, because when you see a child in and then you start imagining your child कि अगर मेरे बच्चे के साथ अल्लाह ना करे हो या हमारे साथ ऐसा हो, we अगर हमारे अंदर empathy नहीं होगी ना तो हम फिर क्या मतलब, I don't know, we lose ourselves as human beings.
we
We're
will
not
have
going to be human beings. We're going to be beasts.
humanity. Bilkul,
Yeah.
bilkul. I think for every mother that has experienced
Hmm.
loss of a child in Gaza, कहते हैं कि the path to heaven is lined up with the children of Gaza and the children of Palestine. I think that's true. And um, um, उमर सुलेमान ने बहुत प्यारा सा रमजान का सीरीज किया था कि
बरज़ख
they
पे ना.
and when the pigeons are around the Kaaba, so all the children. So I remember that, and I think that was one of the most. I think good timing perfect, and I think as women, um, that whole thing hurts abhi, and then there are women who experience it every single day, and our hearts break for them, and duai hoti, and there's nothing. I mean, that's something we can do, but that will be our test. There will be a time when we will be asked कि आपने किया क्या. तो अगर
बिल्कुल.
हम जवाब ही है कि हमारे दिल से एक दुआ निकली है, आई थिंक दैट इज गोइंग टू बी समथिंग दैट वी एटलीस्ट कैन
पता है, it doesn't always have to be a big gesture. It can be as small.
हाँ,
Yeah.
कि अगर आपका बेयर मिनिमम है कि somebody else's दर्द is your test because you're seeing it and saying कि show me your empathy,
Yes.
looking at somebody else's pain, वो हमारा टेस्ट है. So
Hmm.
bare minimum is आप किरण, the sad part is हम जो देख रहे हैं ऑनलाइन, ऑल ऑफ अस, मी इंक्लूडेड, हम लोग इन्ना लिल्लाही बोलना खत्म हो चुका है. हम लोग नहीं कह रहे. हमारा
हाँ.
फर्ज एज मुस्लिम्स टू से
हाँ.
इट.
That's true actually.
एंड आई हैव टू रिमाइंड माई सेल्फ. मैं CNN खोलूं, जो भी खोलूं, अल जजीरा, you have to say inna lillahi, you have to do the dua, you have to do it, and we've stopped doing it. And that was the day I was like, "Hey Allah, ये तो हमारा test है, and we're failing it.
हाँ.
We're
वाकई.
failing बेस लेवल टेस्ट, जो एक कब्रिस्तान से हम ड्राइव करते हैं कराची में, हमारे दिल से दुआ नहीं चाहिए, वो ड्राइव ही इतना नॉर्मल. अच्छा, कराची टू तारिक DH तारिक रोड, वी फॉरगेट
Up to I
कि
feel all over the world, death has become so common and like a part of life, and it's not just a Pakistan thing, even abroad. USA में देखो, there's school shootings. क्यों हो रही है? इतना नॉर्मल हो गया है. अब मैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया में देखो, यहाँ पे भी इतनी वैंडलिज्म, इतनी वो क्या कहते हैं वो, इतनी स्ट्रीट क्राइम हो गया है, इतना हर कोई आके लाइक एक तो मॉल्स में अटैक करते हैं. They're deranged people everywhere. It's not a country problem, it's a world problem.
like
You
human
can't just be
problem.
like कि सिर्फ पाकिस्तान में होता है, पूरी दुनिया में होता है. और अब बहुत ज्यादा होने लगी है. डेथ इज अराउंड अस एवरीवेयर. पहले तो बहुत कम सुनने को मिलता था कि भाई उस ये हादसा हो गया, वो हादसा हो गया. एंड विद गाजा, लाइक every day there's news, every day there's something. We're so immune to it now. बट बात ये है कि अल्लाह ने हमारा टेस्ट लगे कि आपको इम्यून नहीं होना है. आपने अपना
Yes,
दिल इतना ही नरम रखना है कि जिस दिन आपको पहले दिन बुरा लगा था, आपको आखिरी दिन भी उतना ही बुरा लगे और हर
this
रोज
is our
बुरा लगे.
this is our absolute test कि हम, if we're being desensitized to something, find your sense,
यस.
find it again as a human being. ये आपका टेस्ट है इस दुनिया में, so you
और
have to
हर
be
नमाज में दुआ मांगे कि अल्लाह ताला मेरा दिल पत्थर ना करे, कभी हमेशा दिल मेरा नरम ही रखे, कि मैं दूसरों के लिए मैं फील करूं, मैं उनके लिए परेशान हूं. और तो ये होना चाहिए, आपका दिल हमेशा नरम होना चाहिए.
Inshallah, inshallah, inshallah. Oh, thank you for bringing that up. I think that was very important, and we're going to have to
हम्म.
mention that. Okay, and
Yeah.
we're going to wrap up inshallah, and we're going to talk some
Hmm.
more next year. We're going to bring on this topic again for September.
Definitely.
Everyone that's watching, this was a message from myself and Kiran. Do something fantastic for yourself. हम लोग ये सिर्फ bright lip colors आप लोगों की नहीं पहने. Our idea is to wear it, feel strong, talk to your friend. For any help that you need, reach out and message us. We're here to help you. We're here to listen. And inshallah,
Definitely.
official resources भी ज़रूर डालेंगे post के नीचे, so you guys have official NGOs जो इस पे काम कर रहे हैं for women, and our goal is to promote them and to highlight them, and we're still looking, and inshallah we'll have more options for you guys soon. Kiran Janu, thank you again. Mwah. Have
Thank
the
you.
most beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Thank you for having me.
Of course, Allah Hafiz.
Hafiz.